So this is a contact form on the website, and it can basically send an email. So people can actually visit your HTML website, and then they should be able to send you an email, and then you receive it within your Gmail account. So we've actually done the part one. If you haven't actually watched that, you feel free to like watch the part one, or you can just basically check the comment section or the description of this video, and you should find the link to part one. All right. So, but what this is that you just have only HTML, and you can just basically hook up with something called image.js, and with a tiny bit of JavaScript, you can just basically send an email. You can make a contact form on your website basically work just fine. All right. So let's fill this format and then see how it's going to basically work. So we will be receiving whatever that the user of our contact form is actually going to send us. We will receive it in our Gmail account. So this is my Gmail account in here. So there are a lot of apps at gmail.com. And what I want to do now is let's basically try and fill this form out. And I'm going to just call this James, let's say senator, and I'm going to just do James Adams Gmail. He can just basically the contact, the person trying to contact me can use any email that they basically want to use as far as their email is really valid. So we can go ahead and then put our phone number in here. Then the subject is, let's just say test email, and I'm gonna just say hi, I can go to hi, I can HTML needed, and of course there's no backend needed here. So if I hit on send, we're going to see that this email is actually going to be sent, so we should receive a success here, and that's it. So it's successfully sent, and we can check our email right in here. So if we refresh in here, you're going to notice that that message came in, and this is test email. Let's open that up, and then this is James Senator. Hi, I can send the contact, which just basically the message I just typed right now with this particular phone number here. So that's basically what I want us to create, and this was all actually done with HTML and just a tiny bit of JavaScript with the help of that of the image.js. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, now that we're done setting up some certain things in here, I think that the next thing I basically would like to do is how we can write our HTML and JavaScript code to be able to send an email. So the first thing I would like to do is let me create a folder for this on the desktop. Of course, I'll delete this at a later time. Let me create a new folder for this, and we can just basically call that email.js. And I would like to open this up with my Visual Studio Code. So let's open that up. Let's create a file inside of it. I'm going to basically call it index.html, and let's open that up. So this is where we'll write our code. Now, if we go back to the browser right in here, I'm quite sure they do have a documentation, okay, which is right here. So let's hit on this documentation. It opens on a new tab, and then we can go to this place where they do have create a contact form. I want to hit on that, and if, as you can see, you can take your time to read through this right in here. All right, they do have this whole HTML page that you can use. All you just need to do is to plug in your credentials, and it's just basically going to help and then send the email. So I will copy this from here, and I will go to the new file I created. I want to dump that right in here, and we do have this email, this particular form in here, and it does have an ID already, and this is the ID. And I would like to take this away because I would like to make that dynamic, and I think that's okay. So if we take a look at the top right in here, you see where they kind of initialize their SDK. First of all, they kind of got that initialized, and then after they do that, then I went ahead to start a kind of gathering some data to be able to send the email. So if we read through the documentation right in here, you're going to see what they're doing. So at first, they kind of initialize their SDK. They load their SDK first of all, and then after that, they initialize the SDK without the public key, but we need to like go ahead and then replace that within that particular place. Then after that, the third thing they did was to submit the form, and the image.js is actually going to send out the stuff right in here. So we also need to replace this contact and then this form stuff right in here to be able to make sure that it kind of sends the email. And if we want to do that, let's go back right in here. And as you can see, I kind of have everything on this place, but I normally like putting this at the bottom so we can capture these. I want to cut this. So the only thing I would like to leave at the top is where they loaded their SDK. So I want to put this one down here, just so there won't be so much waste of time in trying to send the email, right? Now, right in here, the first thing we want to do, let's look for a way to change this right in here. And to do that, I think we already, if I open this up, I want to capture my public key right in here. And don't bother to use it because I'm going to delete this before I upload this video. And if we go back to this environment, I want to replace this with that. And after that, the next one I would like to work on is going to be this, which if we go back in here, we can take a look at this particular section right in here. So, all right, so I want to use the service right in here. So we do have that. And then after that, let's get the template. So if we go back in here, I want to capture the template ID and then go back to this. And that's basically what I want to use right in here. So if we take this away, all right, and that should just a kind of a do it. If we get a success, we're going to see this success message right in here. And maybe I'm going to just change this to an alert. Let's change this to alert and also change this one to alert instead of going to the console. So I'm going to basically change that to alert so that we don't have to like go there to be able to see that. So I think that everything is just basically okay, and we can also take this away from here. Just keep it to at the very top. Just underneath this, we can have that down here. So that's just basically what it is right in here. Now, what I would like to do is to try to load this page and then see how it looks in my browser. So to do that, let's right click on here and then say open with live server. And let's see what is going to happen, and then we do have this right in here. Now what I would like to do is to add a couple line of CSS to make this look beautiful. I'm going to just copy and paste that and you are going to see the result. Even though I'm going to also still show you the code anyway, so let's do that right now. All right, so I do have that in the clipboard. We can just paste it anywhere within the head section right in here. So let me put that right in here. And if we save the changes, then if we take a look at that in our browser, this is how it's looking so far. Now, what we want to do next is really going to be very simple. We could fill this form and then see whether that it kind of goes through or not. Now, basically, before I do that, let's check our email, and I want to refresh right in here. So if we send this and it's successful, we're going to receive an email. We're going to receive a message, all right, from that particular email that has been sent successfully. So let's attempt to do that. Let me fill this up. And this is going to be code kinder, and we can enter an email right in here. So I would like to use maybe Cheeto Sam as the sender right here, or the person contacting my system. And we can go ahead and put the subject right in here. So we can just say something like, let's say I want an app, and then within the body you can just maybe write the full message. So I would like you to create a crypto bot for my company. So we can hit on send right in here, and if everything works just fine, we should be able to receive an alert. So look at it right here. Have success in here, and we can check our email. Let's give it a little time, or we can just basically refresh, and if everything works fine, we should be able to receive that right in here. Look at the message just came in right there. So if you open that up, you see the message came from Code Kinder, and the message says, I would like you to create a crypto bot for me. So this is the subject. I want an app, and you see how that just kind of came in. If you don't believe me, we can still try that again with a different message right in here. So I want to refresh, get clear of what I already got in there, and let's say that this is going to be John, and I'm going to just do JDO, and I'm going to just do art. So let's hit on send, and then we'll get another success. So if we check our email again, I want to refresh. Let's hit on refresh button. You see that we still got that message. And if we open that up, you see that this time around, that the message is just basically coming from John Adams, and say, I want you to create a website for my business. All right. So if you want to reply to this person, which is Cheeto Sam, JDO, you can also do that, right? So that's just basically what that is, guys. So I hope that you guys kind of understand what is just basically going on right here. So with Gmail, it can just basically connect, and then you should be able to send an email, even though there are some downside of this particular stuff right here. But that's just basically fine. At least you just use your HTML and then JavaScript to be able to send a message through your website without having a lot of issues. You can reply to them if you want to reply. If you hit on the reply button right here, you reply to whomever you want to basically reply to. Look at the email of the person right there, and they will receive it, guys. So that's just basically what it is, and I hope that you guys kind of understand that. If we go back to the code, you are going to notice that this code does not even have this inputs that we have in here. They don't like kind of have IDs, but with the help of this ID that we got up right in here, contact form, we're able to like basically be able to map everything that we have in here, because with that of the what is it called, with image.js, if you take a look at the template, let's go to edit. I see that once you send the message in there, it's going to map everything to these things that we have in here. Remember, I've already created those right in here. The phone, the message, and the name right in here is going to just basically collect everything that is in that form and then map them to those particular dynamic email that you already created. There are a lot more that you can do with image.js. You can customize this. Your email can just a kind of a have some template, kind of a template. You can design this using your brand color or your brand logo on this particular place, and it's going to just basically bear that and carry that just fine without having any issues. It's really very simple. If you really need that, you can let me know in the comment section below. Now, one more thing that we have forgotten to do is to add this phone number field to our code right in here, because if you take a look at our image.js right in here, I just basically want to go to this particular section. So once you get to the template and then you get in here, you see that we do have a field where we're just basically trying to collect a phone number. And the same thing applies to any other thing you basically want to collect. Let's say you want to collect something like people's residential address. Of course, you can basically maybe duplicate these. All right, you can duplicate that, and you can just go ahead and then enter the address right in there. But what I did in my own was to just basically collect a phone number. And if you take a look at our form in here, we did not like represent that within our form. And I want to look for a way to represent that, so that when we go to our email, the messages that they're sending to us, we should be able to see the phone number also listed down here. So to do that, we can go to our HTML. And what I want to do, let me copy the email. Just immediately after the email, we can include the phone number right in here. So I'm going to just do phone. So this is going to become phone right in here. And I want to change the type from what it is right here. I want to change it to something, maybe text. Text is okay. And then we can change the name from what it is right now to phone. So, and that's just basically all that we need to be able to include the phone number field. Now, if we save the changes and then we'll go to the browser, and if we take a look at our form right in here, where is it? Right in here, you see that the field for phone number has been included. And if we fill this form out right in here, remember, we don't even have to do anything extra within the JavaScript right in here to be able to include that. Remember, I told you that once it grabs onto this contact form ID, it's going to map the rest of the things to all the variables that are really present in here, this particular place. All right, it's going to map everything down here. So if we want to test this, we can just basically fill this form out. So I'm going to just call it James, and the phone number is automatically in there, and then we can put the subject. Let's say hello. So now we can go ahead and then hit on send, and now we do have success in here. So if we take a look at the email we're basically using to say receive message in here, let's refresh this, and that message has already shown up. So if we open this up right in here, you notice that the phone number now comes in. All right, so this is the message, and we'll have the person's cell phone number. And this is in case you basically want to include any other field. It could be maybe people say shoe size, the kind of maybe what they, maybe their hobby, their nickname, or things of that nature. You can basically add that just the same way that I kind of added that right in here. That's just basically what you want to do. All right, so I wanted to show you guys that so that you wouldn't feel like maybe missing out on the things that we really need to add. And I believe that you guys kind of enjoyed that. So if you do enjoy this, go to the comment section and just simply say thank you. And that encourages me to basically do more on this type of a video. And do feel free to share this with other people, because there are quite a lot of people who are basically starting out with coding, and they're just maybe still at the HTML part, and then they basically want to send out an email and they don't know how to do that. So with this, they can just basically send out an email. Now, I know I did not also preview the CSS to you guys. I don't know if I did that, but this is basically the CSS. If you want to take a look at that, and if you want to have the same CSS that I have. So let me just go through that. So you can basically pause and then type them out. It's basically not much, guys. So this is basically where it started. All right, and then we'll have the body section in here, and then after that we have the form being styled in here. This is the label for the form, and then we have the input fields right in here also styled. and even the focus. This is the text area, and then the button for the submit button down there. And that's just basically all that we're having here. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, and feel free to share the video with your loved ones or the people that basically may need to like have these handy for their software development journey, especially people starting out and they don't know how to send an email.